station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Climate expert Oliver Bulaya uploads President Hichilema's strong climate adaptation agenda. Lusaka City Council engages stakeholders ahead of Tabumbeki Road expansion. And rare prison sentences handed to Cameroon soldiers after killing of 21 civilians. This bulletin is streaming live on our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia, and also streaming live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. Climate-smart agriculture expert Oliver Bulaya has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for placing strong emphasis on climate change adaptation and environmental protection in his recent national address. Dr. Bulaya says the president's call to strengthen climate adaptation systems is timely as climate change continues to threaten food security, public health, livelihoods, and national development. He has welcomed the tree planting, environmental stewardship, and the responsibility of citizens and institutions to protect Zambia's natural resources. Forests and safeguarding ecosystems are critical for water security and world climate resilience. Dr. Bulaya has a renewed commitment to keep the Zambia Clean initiative, saying clean communities reduces disease risk and enhances resilience to floods. He has since urged government, civil society, and the private sector to turn commitments into action through climate-smart agriculture, renewable energy adoption, and improved waste management.
We particularly acknowledge the emphasis on tree planting, for example, for environmental stewardship and the responsibility of citizens, communities, institutions, and the private sector to safeguard Zambia's natural heritage. Restoring forests and protecting ecosystems remain critical for climate resilience, water security, and sustainable livelihoods. The reaffirmation of the Keep Zambia Clean initiative underscores the importance of personal and collective responsibility in waste management, sanitation, and environmental hygiene. Clean communities reduce diseases, risks, enhance climate resilience to floods, and continue to dignify tourism and national pride.
The Lusaka City Council has held a consultative meeting with engineers and East Park Mall management ahead of the planned expansion of Tambombeki Road in Lusaka. Assistant Public Relations Manager Nyambe Bulumba says the meeting, led by Director of Engineering Services Engineer Victor Chawinga, focused on aligning stakeholders on traffic management, drainage improvements, safety measures, and minimizing disruption to businesses. The road is said to be upgraded from a two-lane to a four-lane carriageway under the city's decongestion program, with works advancing after the rainy season. Meanwhile, Tabombeki Road, temporarily closed near Oryx filling station for rehabilitation works, will reopen to traffic tomorrow.
Brought together contractors and key stakeholders to align on project expectations prior to commencement of works. Key issues discussed, among others, included traffic flow management, enhancement of drainage systems, safety measures, protection of adjacent properties, and strategies to minimize, disruption to business and to ensure that there is coordinated planning and sustainable infrastructure development. These road development and infrastructure are managed.
The United Nations Population Fund has handed over specialized RCT equipment to Zambia's Ministry of Health to strengthen the country's public health supply chain system. Speaking during the ceremony today, the UNFPA Deputy Regional Director Yang Hong commended the government of the Republic of Zambia for prioritizing equitable and quality healthcare and for advancing toward greater national ownership and financial independence in the health sector. She revealed that domestic financing for reproductive health commodities has increased from under $1 million before 2022 to a projected $7.5 million by 2026. Over the past 3 years, UNFPA has complemented this effort with $5.5 million in strategic support. With the total medical supply budget expected to reach $325 million by 2026, Zambia is strengthening procurement systems and improving last mile distribution through third party logistics partnerships. The newly handed over high performance laptops and widescreen monitors will support the National Supply Chain Coordinating Unit, known as the Control Tower, enhancing data management and decision making to prevent stock outs of life saving medicines and protect reproductive health rights. The Zambia Institute of Human Resource Management, ZIHRM, has launched the second HR Wellness Marathon 2026 under the theme Promoting Wellness at Work, Wellness in Life. Speaking during the official launch, ZIHRM President Kelvin Shamizinga said the marathon is a milestone initiative that reflects not only the organization's commitment to performance, but also its commitment to people and their well being. Mr. Shamizinga revealed that the marathon will be held on May 9, 2026, and is expected to attract participation from professionals and members of the public across the country. At the same event, Zambia athletes, ZA President Major Bernard Walia called on members of the public, sponsors, partners, and Zambia athletic clubs to come on board and actively participate in the event. He emphasized the importance of promoting fitness and health lifestyles as part of enhancing productivity and overall national development. And in other news trending this evening, President Hakainde Hichilema has assured the nation of the government's commitment to addressing the economic and social barriers affecting school-going children beyond the free education policy. The Paralegal Alliance Network says its plans to train more lawyers and magistrates this year on key international paralegal issues. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Ministry of Tourism, through the Department of National Parks and Wildlife, DNPW, has informed members of the public that a breeding herd of more than 100 elephants, including calves, crossed into Zambia from Zimbabwe on Tuesday, 18th February 2026. Ministry of Tourism Principal Public Relations Officer Nelly Banda says the herd was reported in the area behind the crocodile farm at around 20 hours. Ms. Banda explains that TNPW officers were immediately deployed to the area and successfully guided the elephants away from human settlements to ensure public safety. She says following the earlier than expected arrival of the animals, the ministry has intensified community sensitization efforts. Officers working in collaboration with Njovu Wildlife Conservation have been deployed to surrounding communities to educate residents on how to safely coexist with wildlife. Residents have since been advised to avoid unnecessary movement at night, especially in high-risk areas, refrain from harassing or provoking the animals, and promptly report any elephant sightings to DNPW officers. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in news from across our borders, 3 Cameroonian soldiers have been sentenced to prison for their role in the killing of at least 21 civilians in the country's troubled Anglophone region. The jail terms for the crimes, which took place 6 years ago in the Northwest region, range from 5 to 10 years per person. A military court previously found these soldiers guilty of murder, arson, and destruction, a rare occurrence in a country where military personnel are seldom convicted of crimes against civilians. Nevertheless, lawyers for the victims told the BBC they were disappointed with the length of the jail terms handed down on Thursday, calling them insignificant. And in sports news, FAR's Vice President Mtale Ngandu officiated at the Lusaka Province FAR's e-license closing ceremony, where 154 candidates graduated with the foundation certificate. And Lusaka Province Chairperson Jordan Maliti urged the candidates to look out for more trainings as his executive steps up coach education programs. Meanwhile, FIFA instructor Chris Chibuye says there was no substitute to improving football than having coaches equipped to train players at a young age. Ngandu urged the newly trained coaches to ensure that they stepped up to attain the next level badges in their careers. Stand by for the evening weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening is mainly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to mild with isolated rain and occasional thunder. Ends our weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That weather item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the stories that made it.